For the record.
Yes, good day everyone. Welcome to another episode of For the Record. This is once again yours truly,
Senor Simon.
your firm and courageous confidant of truth and agent of light and clarity to a darkened and unclear controversies in our society and its people. Welcome to another episode of For the Record. For today's episode, we will tackle the title, The Continuous Allegations That Former President Ferdinand Idrelin Marcos or Marcos Sr. is a plunderer or thief is utterly lie. But before going on with our discussion for this episode, Kueshus, don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the notification bell. Please click all so that you will be kept on updated whenever we are having our For the Record episodes and live stream like issue 101. And please don't forget also to follow and like our Facebook fan page, that's Senor Simon issue 101, and also, as well as our Twitter page at Senor Simon 101. So let's now have our discussion on why we titled this episode The Continuous Allegations That FPFEM is a plunderer or thief is utterly lie. So this is what happened, Kueshus. I was arguing with some anti-Marcos in Twitter, and I raised a question on an inquiry in their constant accusation that the Marcoses specifically, listen to this, my kababayan, my countrymen, and those who are viewing this video all around the world who can understand English, that the former president and father of the current president, that's Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., stole billions from the country's coffer. So that is why I am having this content in my YouTube and my Facebook to explain my argument. Because, friends, this argument started with this Twitter post from InformPH, which state about the achievement or the bar exam result which the late President Ferdinand Idrelin Marcos, the father of Bongbong Marcos, got actually it is a 92.35% on his bar exam. So according to this, first take 98%, President of the Philippines, His Greatness and Excellency, UP Diliman student Ferdinand Marcos took the 1939 bar exam and his unofficial grade was almost 98. Take note of that. Almost 98, the unofficial grade. This was the highest score ever in history of Philippine bar exams at that time, so he was apparently called to appear before the Supreme Court for an oral re-examination, after which his official grade was released as 92.35%. So actually, I am going to focus on my argument, friends, so that you will be able to view how ridiculous is the argument of the anti-Marcoses. So the post made by InformPH, friends, this post garnered a criticism, or actually lots of criticisms. So let's just use this criticism from this post of Choi at Katindig 2029, which is stated, tapos ng nakaw lang. In other words, he was just stealing, no? Lang man, because this Choi uses the word lang. So meaning, from the achievement of the bar exam taken by the former president, he stated that tapos ng nakaw lang? It's a question mark. Then he just steal? So that is the argument. Which actually, friends, co-issues I answered with this tweet. I questioned this Choi at Katindig 2029. I raised a concern. So I reply with my tweet. By the way, our Twitter page is at Senior Simon 101. If you would like to see our entire, actually, the one that answered me most is another Twitter account. But I will just go over with this, or introduce first with the discussion, and you will see later how ridiculous are the answers, the position, or the argument of the anti-Marcoses. So I ask, really? Do you have a Philippine final court decision that states that former President Ferdinand Idrilian Marcos has a conviction convicting him of thievery or plunder? Because, I will just state this in English, friends. Because if you don't have any document or court conviction that states that he is guilty of such an accusation, then your name calling is valid. Otherwise, you're just accusing a person without concrete evidence, or perhaps without any conviction from any court. And I specifically state, friends, that it should be criminal because plunder and thievery is a criminal case and not civil case. So that's what my argument, friends. Now, let's go to their counter or their replies. So it is very lengthy, friends, and if I will start from where they started to defend their argument that former President Marcos Sr. is a thief, or worse, a plunderer. So this is a very lengthy exchange of arguments, friends. So I do hope that you will be able to, or you will visit our Twitter page and check there. So I will begin with this part here. Where is that part? Because again, the okay, because my argument is, show me a final court conviction of a criminal case convicting the former president of thievery or plunder. Then your accusation, that's what this Dilawang Pink CPP or Pinklawan CPP is always using, is always calling the former president of. Okay, so here. So this was my answer. And then let's skip that because that's another reply from another topic. So this one. So according to this Choi, so you belittle the influence of money and the power of the family of the president, the Marcoses, on the decision of the court. That's his question, this Choi. He was asking question if whether I belittle their power, their influence through money. And he states that the mother is convicted of 7 counts of graft, but still free until now because of bail. And take note of this, friends, that Madam Imelda Marcos was what we call this, declared not guilty of, I think, 4 or 3 counts of graft, and the decision is not yet final because it is in appeal. And of course, they stated a useless statement that what is the purpose of their we call this ill-gotten wealth, if they will just be incarcerated. And then I replied, "You're not answering my question. I am asking you for a final court conviction about President Marcos Sr. Otherwise, you're just making an allegation without proof, and you are a liar like most Pinklawan CPP. Stick to the argument and don't be an idiot." So I call this person an idiot because he's not addressing my inquiry or my question. Okay, another one was answering my tweet. Let me check again. This one, this what's this? Blackwell. He replied on my tweet, and the other one, Choi, did not go on with his argument because he knows that he cannot answer what I was asking for or from him or from the anti-Marcoses, whether you are watching right now or not, or whether you are watching right now. So this one, this Blackwell said or posted or replied on my comment on my tweet, prove it how they had a 172 billion pesos that were we call that I forgot the retrieved or sequestered by the PCGG. And so can I prove that? So I replied, plainly I replied, this is not an answer to my inquiry. Provide a final court conviction of former President Marcos Sr. Otherwise, you're just making an allegation without proof. Don't be such a stupid, and I provide the decisions that I was asking for. All I'm saying here, friends, co-issues, is that another one also get into the argument. This one, Paulo. Where do you think all the recovered loot came from? Is it hard to understand that? I answered, please, idiot, if you cannot provide those that I was asking from you, just shut up. Another one shows that you are okay, this is another, sorry, that's another topic. This one, Choi replied again, basahin mo to at mukhang di kayo nabubuhay sa realidad. Read this because I am not according to him, allegedly not living in the real world. Ulitin ko ang halimbawa na to para sa mga tulad na naghanap ng final ko. Influensyang tao, blah blah blah. But still, this Choi is not answering my argument. You're not so this was my reply. You're not still responding correctly to what I was asking from you. Your statement does not stand in any corpus. Provide the criminal conviction because your allegation that former President Marcos Sr. stole billions is a serious criminal act. Please, let's be proper and correctly accused. That's what my point is. And then he pointed another argument which is not actually in line with my argument, because I want them first to provide, because they accuse this Joy posted on his Twitter page the accusation that former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. is a thief. Therefore, this Joy has the burden of proof to provide me with a court decision convicting the former president of thievery, as what he is accusing of. Again, I replied to their stupidity. And at the end, friends, this is where I will end, because it's very lengthy exchange of argument. They said that where was that? Okay, I stated, by the way, before I will end, I will show you my conclusion in line with these arguments. I was asking them to admit that the late president is not a thief because there is no court conviction. It has, because my point, friends, is a court conviction. Court conviction stated that former President Marcos Sr. is a plunderer, a thief. Therefore, he must be called so because he stole this and this, with concrete evidence that he did that. So this was my conclusion, friends, in my Twitter page. I said, therefore, the Pinklawan CPP are not just false accusers and liars. They also want to be the final arbiters. They don't want to follow due process. They just want to convict people they don't like. This is contrary to their fight for justice, fairness, and human rights. Because one of the arguments stated by the other, what was his name? Let me check. Or what was his... he used here. That's why I came to that conclusion, because he stated that this one, I think, this one. This Blackwell. Kaya nga tinawag namin na magnanakaw siya. That's why we call him a thief, because of the recovered or sequestered wealth of the Marcoses that they cannot explain. My point here, friends, co-issues, is not whether or not there was a recovered wealth or sequestered, or there was a sequestered what we call this case, because those cases, like the other one, I forgot which was which post was that. This same guy, this same Blackwell posted GR something, but that was a certiorari for the sequestered. So it was an appeal by the Marcoses for the sequestered, which they lose. But that is not the case that I was looking for. That was not the conviction. It was not a criminal conviction stating that they are guilty of plunder or they stole billions from the Philippine coffer. That's what my point is in this argument. But this anti-Marcoses will always stick to name-calling that former President Marcos Sr. was stealing or stole billions from the Philippine coffers without a final conviction. Stating that he did so is utterly lie and false accusations. So that is that's it, friends, folks, cool issues, right here on.
For the record.
By the way, today is April 17, 2023. So that would be all for this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe for our YouTube channel and our Facebook fan page, Senor Simon Issue 101. Follow and like, as well as our Twitter page at Senor Simon 101. Please follow it. This has been yours truly,
Senor Simon.
your firm and courageous confidant of truth, and an agent of light and clarity to a darkened and unclear controversies in our society and its people. We'll say a well-informed person is advantageous. Take care, God bless you all, and all praises belongs to our Lord Jesus Christ. Bye-bye.